and welcome to the FMSL podcast, episode 22. I'm Cameron, manager of Anderlecht, and we do have Mr. Christopher Rowe.
Yoo-hoo!
He's back.
22, 2 ducks, quack, quack.
You're
Couple of
playing a lot of
ducks.
bingo, Chrissy.
Yeah, I wish. But yeah, how you doing, Cam? You right?
I'm all right. You know,
22,
could have been a better week. Could have been a better week.
I don't know about you, but it's episode 22. I know you want to throw a few different music references.
To be fair, I was about to stop the podcast before it started recording, bring you back in and say, let's do a Taylor Swift reference, but it was too late by that point. It was too late, so I'm glad you did it. Beth, you'd be happy.
NFL season starts next week, so we'll get some.
Yes, it does. It does. Yeah. We've obviously got our own league where I'm the commissioner because, I love it. But onto actual football, which really matters, which is the FMSL Super League. So it's been a fun week for some. It's been a diabolical week for others. And I've been in the middle of that. It's been good and bad. Chrissy, how's your week been?
Not too bad, really, mate. Say a bit of both. I've still got 2 games to play against AZ Alkmaar, and they're chasing for the Prem title. Couple of draws I had the other week sort of ruined my chances. But if I could get a couple of points, I could help Mark Vallecano out. And yeah, hit a top 5 finish, I think. Well, I think I'm guaranteed to finish top 5 now anyway, which is quite impressive coming into the Premier League. So yeah, no, it's not been a bad week. Well, it's been a good week so far, but we've still got games to play, mate. So we'll have to see. But you know what I mean? It's been a great season nonetheless.
Yeah. You've just got to roll with it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's one of those where what?
Nothing, mate. Nothing.
So I think you've just got to kind of roll with it because the season's long. It's hard. It's very infuriating at times. And to be fair, right, considering you went from back to back to back to the Prem, and you've finished you could finish within a certain position. That is. Really, it's really good for us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we spoke on the pod before about the league being everyone's where they should be, so to speak. Obviously, I know Joe will talk about the rest of the leagues and Joe finally coming up and stuff, but yeah, it hasn't been straight through. Do you know what I mean? So it's sort of like takes you off guard a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't really expect it. I thought, I might have a chance. Where, like I say, I've done better than 5 other teams in there so far. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next season already. I've got a window coming up, so yeah. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fading in and out of that window. To be fair, I think it's just, with everything I've got going on personally, it's gonna be like. Deals will be done probably later rather than sooner, which is probably going to hinder me more. But I think, I've got a 4.5-star team. I've got 3 or 4 players who are on the verge of retirement. So I just kind of need to plug the gaps.
That's
so
good
if I plug the gap, yeah, but like I bought them with the purpose of knowing they were a 1-year deal. Like that's my thing. Like I got Juan Bernat for free, 1-year deal. Morata's probably going to die a death. You know what I mean? He wasn't retiring, but he could. Then I've got, who else have I got? I've got Sadio Mane, who was retiring. I got it from James for £1 million because I had no free slots left. And I had to kind of, it was the easiest transfer deal I've ever done. James, how much do you want for Mane? How much do you want to pay? £1 million? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Easiest transfer deal I've ever done. I think we did it when the pre-draft was going on, and everyone was just like, "That was so easy. It was unreal." Yeah, it was. That's why everybody should talk to Discord more. But It is what it is. So you know what, right? Let's go all around the world and have a look at this beautifully presented uh, load of league tables. So
Oh, started at the top.
we'll start at the top because we started the other way around the last time. So
Yes. Oh,
yeah,
that's a juicy looking league. Well, as you can see, we'll start from the bottom. So we'll start at the top league, but we'll start at the bottom. So Olympiacos, managed by our good friend Craig Sumner. He has 2 games left to play, and he is 5 points away from safety. Um, so, well, the downside of it is he's playing Vallecano, who are top of the league. But unfortunately, AEK Athens, a good friend Oliver, and Simon at Lecce have all but confirmed their places in the championship next season.
rest in peace.
Rest in peace, the guy at the table. I played Abdul at Transon Spor. See, I'm getting better today. Won the first one 3-1, 4-1, and the second game we drew 3-all. So it was a cracking couple of games. But he needed a point to stay up after drawing and losing to Pelk, who are just above me, set in fourth. Yeah, he got the point that he needed, and he's secured Premier League football for the final season. So hats off to him. I still have to play AZ Alkmaar, who sits in second. There's a good chance. I said, okay. Let me take that back. There's not a good chance that I could get 6 points. I just think it's a possibility. I'm not saying Rashmat is an amazing manager. He's done great with AZ Alkmaar. I'm pretty sure he has won the Prem as well. So he knows what he's doing going into the final game week. But if I can get, I'm pretty sure that even if I finish fifth, I get Super Cup place due to other people winning leagues. And do you know what I mean? If I don't, then I'll get into the
Yeah. Well, I
I'm,
think
I'm just thinking about the Prem Cup. I'm pretty sure one of them 4 above me won the Prem Cup. I may be wrong.
I think it was PAOK.
Yeah.
I think
that's what
I
I'm thinking.
definitely remember somebody winning a cup and magically being in there. So I think
Well, I'm wondering if
I
he
think I'm
won.
right.
I'm wondering if he won Super Cup, because obviously that automatically gets you a spot as well.
Yeah, I think
Anyway,
obviously.
usually down the line, it works out that uh, you get a spot if you finish fifth in the Premier
Yeah.
League. It's very rare that you won't get a spot unless it's the start of the whole cycle. So yeah, but going forward as a top of the table battle. Hopefully, I'm playing Rashmat after this. So then the fate is up to Vallecano and Olympiacos to finish the season off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, like it is one of those where this could be the kind of the decider for for yourself getting into that top 4 extra prize money. And Rashmat win a league, it's like somebody's going to be crying the heart out at the end of it, because it's going to be very difficult to kind of it's hard, especially when it comes to last week of the season. And I know that from my own experience this season, where I'm just going, why have you done that? Because you're already down. Like there's no, do you know what I mean? Like just
I think
just
yeah. I think
just
for
sit
me,
and just take it.
the fact that I've avoided relegation.
I think it speaks volumes about you as a manager.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you know what I mean?
a bit of luck. I've had a couple of lucky games, but I mean, 3 teams that came out this season was me, Athens, and Olympiacos. And do you know what I mean? If Craig pulls it out of the bag, then obviously it won't be. It would just me and him would have stayed up. But I don't think that many teams that have come up have stayed up. I know, obviously, Abdul did last year.
Simon
Simon
did
come up
last
with him,
year as well.
or the
Yeah.
year before. The year before that. But apart from that, Vallecano, AZ, Hellas, Palk, even Salty Tina have been up there since probably the start almost. Do you know what I
I
mean?
think most of that top 7 have been up there by yourself, and I think Abdul wasn't there to start, got relegated, went back up. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of a lot of that top 7 stayed the same pretty much since season 2 and 3. So it's one of those where you look at it, you go, yeah, okay, it's it's served its purpose, it's done well, but you know what? Hats off to you for staying up comfortably as well. It's not like it's still squeaky bum time for you. It's
Nah.
you've stayed up and you're challenging. And at the start, you weren't doing so well. Then you start challenging a bit, and then you've slid away. But you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. So
Yeah,
we'll
that's it.
move on. Yeah, we'll move on to the worst moment of my life is saying these words. Rangers are going up, and that hurts, even though I didn't predict them to win the league. It has been practically a 2-horse race since the start. If you want to go back to a previous podcast and check that one out, it's been a 2-horse race from the start, really, hasn't it? I think everybody had a kind of feeling and knew what was going to happen there. It was going to be a 2-horse race. Jake has obviously lost the 2-horse race, but has went up. And yeah, shout out to Monero. I think I can't remember a bigger points total to win a league. I don't think.
Yeah, I can't remember what I got last season. I know I only
All
lost
right,
one
calm
game.
down. Stop picking yourself up.
No, but I think he won a lot more. I'm pretty sure there was a few games in that league where I'd won and drawn. Do you know what I mean? Where I think he's got them double wins, them 6-pointers down to a T.
Yeah.
Hats off to him. He's done really well. If we want to talk about the championship for a little bit, let's start again from the bottom. So obviously Danny hasn't had a great season, bless him. I'm responsible for 4 of them losses. I played for him, it didn't go too well. I have apologised. But then you build a team. He give me free reign. He built a team to make his system work. I tried to implement. Well, first I went preset, then I tried to implement my system, and it just didn't work. But I don't think that them 4 games would have made too much difference to his standings now. But okay, so first we're going to go on to Lewis at Cologne, Anish at Girona, and James Bond at Union. So James Bond was actually in the bottom 3 before the start of today. Now, James had 4 games to play today. 2 against Rangers, who sit in second, and 2 against Girona. He beat Rangers twice. Both games he won. They look like quite close games. So as a massive 6 points for James there, massive. And then we go on to Girona against Union Berlin. Long story short, so Lewis was actually sat in the last playoff position for this. He needed a win. He needed 2 draws or 2 wins from either team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they both got a win each. Girona actually scored a winner in a 90 plus 4 minutes, and Union Berlin won the second game. So ultimately, unfortunately, that sent Lewis down. He's been in the championship all season this year, usually in the playoffs, so not great for him. But let's talk about Niall.
Yeah, I just want to say as well, reverting back to Cologne, in the Cup group chat yesterday, Jake did say it would be a shame if I lost both my games, to which Lewis replied, match fixing. And then that's happened. So I'm not saying anything. I'm just repeating words that were said by 2 individuals.
Drama.
So maybe Kev should deduct, Jake. God, how many points is that? Hang on, let's get my calculator out.
Quite a few.
41. Take away 37. But exactly 15 points, Kev. That is a disastrous thing. It should be
Or if we just
condemned.
round it up,
The gavel
round it up
should
to
be
16.
smashed down. Yeah, let's round it up to 16. Why not? Why not? Let's round it up to 16 points. That should be deducted for match fixing.
Yeah, I don't think.
And it should.
You say that, mate. Oh no! Don't take it away from James Bonds. All right.
No,
He
I'm
had a
saying
bad-
don't
he
take
had-
the point away from James. Just make sure Jake gets, what he
No, I'm
deserves.
saying I think James generally beat him.
Well, I hope so. But still,
Yeah,
he said it.
good. That was
He
a
still
weird,
said it.
awkward silence there that should not have
He
been
said
there.
it.
Right,
He still said
keep
it.
going up the league. So yeah, wait
Also,
down.
I do just want to say, Cologne are going nowhere. Almira are going nowhere. And Celtic are going nowhere. But League One. And I'm very happy about that. Because if I get promoted, I get to avoid them. I'll be very, very happy.
Yeah, no, it's gone back to back. Do you know what? At the start of the season, he was like, "Yeah, sold my players. Don't need them. Come back to the Prem." Down, mate. Down.
Do you know what, though? He's put his money where his mouth is. You know what I mean? I kind of said to him, put your money where your mouth is. And he just decided to go and really try and go for it. And I'll give him credit, right? I will give him credit because he's got 16 points. He didn't finish bottom like I actually thought he would.
A lot of the games are close as well.
He's been competitive. You know what I mean? He's been competitive. But, I think that's what you get for selling all of them players. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what you get for selling all them players.
I know he was in debt. I know he had a transfer embargo, but he did not need to do that. But fair play. I'm sure he'll bounce back up. He's got a lot of money to spend next window. He knows my office is always open. So, yeah.
I hope it's not open until... Hang on, wait there.
No, it won't be. It won't be because he's blocked anyway.
Your office won't be open until the 14th of September at 7 p.m. I'm gonna guess. That's when your office is open? Yeah. Yeah, I was just double checking that just to make sure for everybody.
Sorry to say, they're all aware. They're all aware, but yeah.
Oh no, it won't be. It'll be the 7th, won't it? It'll be the 7th of September.
It's next weekend.
So 7th.
Yeah. It'll be closed.
I thought we still had another week of the league. I was like, oh no, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. So, right, but Niall, do you know what? Fair enough. You had a go, son. You've had a go.
You done well, Neil. Some might say.
Yeah, some might say. I mean, as well with Girona as well. He's Anish. I love you, buddy, but he actually told me last week we didn't mention him enough. So let's talk about him just a little.
Gutted. I wanted him to go down. Gutted.
Can't lie. I actually can't lie because I thought Lewis. Actually, I think I predicted this bottom three.
Did you?
Do you know any thinking about it? Just give us 1 second. I'm going to tell you.
No, yeah, I'm on it now.
I said Celtic, Almira, and Cologne. I said that.
Where are you?
Absolutely buzzing. No, so do you remember on the last pod? Do you remember a couple of podcasts ago when
Did you not do it on the sheets? Did you not do it on the sheets? No, you didn't.
I forgot.
I picked Celtic, Almira,
and
Union Berlin.
Yeah, I have yours here too. I have them all. Yeah. So just to switch back quickly without switching the screen to the Premier League, you said Trabzonspor, I said Nantes, then I said Abdul would finish second, which was very, very wrong. I did say Lecce, Salernitana, and Olympiacos would all get relegated. That could still fucking happen. I am your Grim Reaper, fellas.
Nah, because Athens are down. Because Athens are down.
Oh, Oliver, you've ruined it. I don't like you anymore. Right?
Who did I have?
You had... I've actually had to pull up the... you had AK Athens, Salernitana, and Olympiacos.
Oh, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3 for both ain't bad. So, let's move on to the hellhole of League One. Now, as we can all see, there is a man who's been predominantly brought up and up and up every other podcast. He's had his own episode 4? I believe, episode 4, if you want to scroll back that far, when we're still doing this on Zoom. Joe,
Magnus.
Joe won the league, and I don't like that. But he's only won it for now, I believe, because Dan could still come and trump him, I think. Am I wrong,
2
Chrissy?
wins.
Or am I wrong?
No, you're right. 2 wins. He's 5 points away. So you could have been like that whole speech, that whole introduction could have been for nothing.
Well, do you know what? We've talked about him enough, and he complains and he complains and he complains, and he doesn't get another podcast. He doesn't want to come on. So,
Okay, Cam.
you know what?
So
We'll give him the recognition.
Let's say, I mean, 1 win.
Even with 1 win, Dan knocks Connor.
Him promoted. So, in an ideal world, right, you're in the playoffs, as you can see. So, Dan's games have a lot to play everything with who you play in the playoffs. So, let's say Dan wins and you play Magnus. How you feeling about that? Or would you rather he didn't win and you played Royal Antwerp?
Yeah, but if let's say, for argument's sake, everything stays the same above me, and Kev moves up above me. Kev gets a win. Let's say Kev gets a win.
Ooh.
There's still loads to think about, yeah.
I think Kev gets a win. Goes leapfrogs you. No, he won't. He won't leapfrog you.
Yeah, he would.
Oh yeah, sorry. Other Kev. There's 2 Kevs in the league. There's 2 Kevs in the league. My bad. Yeah, so he leapfrogs you. Yeah, but no, see, there's so much to play for still. Them games.
There is, and honestly, it's killing us. Like the master plan that I had is not planned out the way I hoped, and I hope that I would, be pushing. And there was 2 games which has completely done me in the last week or so, and it's not the Magnus game; it's the Craig game against Getafe where I lost, and the Darren game this week where I can't actually remember what the score was. I'm going to double check that because I feel like where did I go?
2-2.
I got a 2-2 draw, and it shouldn't have been 2-2. And the game is rigged. And I told them this before the first game, which the 2-2 draw was. I say it's happened to me. This happened to me last week, where I played. Why couldn't he just have had his honeymoon this week, or just not had internet this week? Do you know what I mean? It's happened. Magnus is only in the playoffs, right? So Magnus would be outside the playoffs without his 6 points, if we do remember that. Magnus would be outside of the playoffs. Or he'd be just where Kev Santos is, without them 6 points that he got because Darren couldn't play his game because he had internet issues and he was on his honeymoon and he did get married. Poor soul. But it's okay because, if Magnus goes up, it'll always have an asterisk next to it, and I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay with that, I promise. I'll never mention it again.
I'm calling it now. Dan gets 3 points. Dan gets 3 points at least, to say at least. Because it makes no difference. Dan gets 3
points at least.
Dan goes up automatically. Kev gets... I'm going to get
at least 3 points.
I reckon Kev gets 6 points.
No, I reckon he gets 3 points.
I reckon he gets 6, and then you have to play Kev.
I wouldn't mind that.
Kev's going to get 6 points. That's a shame, mate. Actually, yeah, isn't it? No, if Kev gets 6 points and Dan only gets 3, Kev goes up automatically.
Ooh.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
See, this people, for whoever decides to watch this far and gets this far, you can see that we have no idea what's going on.
Mental.
It's too much to follow. And even then, relegation-wise, there's still a massive No. Relegation wise would be quick. But the very relegation wise, there is a very serious opportunity of Kev Heenan getting knocked down and going into the.
Well, I mean, he's
And
9 points ahead.
but that does require Courtney to win 3 games and at least draw 1 and have a better goal difference than Kev. It's very tough because you do remember. We've got to remember he does have the robot. He does have Haaland, who has got 8 goals. So there is a chance there that it could happen. It probably won't. Let's face it.
It could happen. Look, Kev,
But it
look,
could.
It could happen.
It could happen.
Anyway,
but who knows? Honestly, who knows at this point? Let's move on very quickly.
League 2. Oh,
League 2. There's been some interesting developments.
Oh, that's all still to play for at all, mate. Jesus Christ. Palmeiras gets 6 points and they go up on goal difference, mate. Goal difference. Okay, Steve, Copenhagen. I think he might be tanking for the first pick, but I don't think he's gonna. Andy, Jews, another good season. I know it looks bad. It looks bad on paper, on the screen, but he has got so much better. So much better since his first start. Shane, not a bad season. Maybe too many draws involved there. Pretty sure. Bologna, I'm pretty sure there is a slightly updated a very recently updated table. Yes, Bologna are currently 4th as they won 2 games. The top 3 are as it is. Bologna gone up to 4th.
Palmeiras, Osasuna, Mainz.
They still have 2 games to play.
Yeah, I mean, just going into my mind, if I was Steve now, I would be tanking that. I wouldn't even bother. I'd just try some new formations. I'd try some new players. I'd go and do you know what I mean? Because it's not that bad, is it? Do you know what I mean? I mean, I know that he's still in it and could get a better league position, a bit more money, but that first pick, especially if, Steve's never really been one for the draft. He takes little players here and there. If he can get himself, maybe like around, pick 30 plus 30 million cash. Do you know what I mean? That boosts his transfer budget. Because there's not that many players left in the database now, is there? Do you know what I mean? It's very...
Yeah, true.
It's very crucial. So I guess we'll just sort of see.
It depends where you look, doesn't it? It depends where you look, how deep you go into it. You found that Kelvin, whoever it was, and he's done quite a few this season. He's barking. I bet he's going to worth a bit of dough. He's going to be worth some moolah. But saying, going back to the league, mate, Shane, he wins both, mate. He beats Osasuna twice. He goes into the playoffs.
If Andy wins twice, he goes into the playoffs depending on the games around him. It's a bit too much for us, isn't it? It's a bit too much.
Yeah, it's a bit too much. Yeah,
but you know what? Good luck to everybody on the final games that they do have left to play. Season 5's a long one. But we just want to quickly, very, very quickly, gloss over the cups, which we will start with the Heenan Cup because unfortunately Chrissy got knocked out to Monza. Stuttgart lost. I'll finish this one. Stuttgart lost a game on penalties, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chrissy.
It was stupid amount of penalties.
It was like I think it was 12 to 11 or something. 12 to 11 on pens, and it's just it's pretty insane how that semi-final turned out. But good luck to Luis and who's the Monza manager now. I'm very, very sorry if you are listening to this.
Oh, Arif.
R-
I played the other day.
Arif, yeah.
Arif, yeah. Good manager. Good manager, man. I give him his dues. Like I say, oh, it was. He went 1-up, then I went 1-all, and it was about 70th minute, maybe. I'm just trying to scroll back see if I can see the older screenshot. Apologies. No, that's Simon's one. Bollocks.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's quite far back.
Yeah, it was really the week. Obviously, I used my first suspension. I'm not saying excuse because it isn't. He did really well. Got the result 3-1. Do you know what I mean? I can't. That's too much. I can't bother. He got the result 3-1, and I'm out like. Oh, okay. Right. He got the result. Sorry, he got the result. Yeah, class. On to the final. Good luck to both of them in the final.
Yeah, I think that'll be an interesting final. I think when I was looking before, when I was waiting for the Healing Cup, none of them have won it this season. But I think if I go on to the FMSL Cup, none of them have won. Oh no, Monza have won the FMSL Cup, so there is some pedigree there. So it will be interesting to see. Yeah,
I mean, we're
I think
both unfortunately out, but
yeah, I mean, I lost to Jake in just one of those games, but Hellas and Lecce, the Battle of the Prem players. It was Simon's day, and I bet he, Chrissy, you'll tell me, I bet he felt like a rock and roll star after that. It was just one of those where I think he just edged it out a little bit from the screenshot that I remember seeing. But my game against Rangers, the Hellas game, yeah.
He actually put it up. I was working away. He played quite late. Obviously, that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
The Indonesians, and obviously they got to stay up late, or we got to stay up late, or they got to get up early, or we get up early. Like, we all work for each other. That's how good the league is. Everyone loves everyone. But yeah, it was a good game. Simon streamed it on Discord. He held his own. A few changes in game. I think what it was just Yuda Verona just couldn't break him down. It wasn't. There was no dominating from either side. Just couldn't break him down. Defensively, Simon did really well.
I think for me, in terms of my game, was I couldn't break Jake down, and he's been trialing this new formation. Apparently, according to Andy, in his in the network save some of you have got, and it was electric, really. And there was nothing that could really be done with it.
She's electric.
She's in a family full of eccentrics. So it was one of those really, and it did cast a shadow on me day really, and I had to play Kev after that, and I was a little bit down. But Jake just kind of, with this new formation he's got, I don't really want to spoil it, but kind of the way it's set up is insane. I don't think I've seen anything like it. Like when I first looked at it, when it came up on the screen, on the little manager tablet thing, I went, "What the is that?" And Jake texted me, and I can read the exact words that were said out, and it made me laugh so much because it was just one of those like totally out of the blue things. He says, where was it? What do you think of my new tactic name? But I'd only seen the tactic and went, I can't see that. And he went, oh, that sucks. It's called the butt plug.
Oh, yeah, he told me that. Well,
and I
we'll
was
see
just
how
like,
on when he comes
I was just like, I don't really want to know about any butt plugs you may or may not have, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
to be fair,
was so hard to break down. I would put the highlights up, but I completely forgot because we did say I was going to put the highlights up.
Stop bigging Jake up. Stop bigging Jake up and stop talking about his butt plug. Thank you.
Okay, But you know, it was one of those games where there was nothing I could do.
Good luck to him in the final. Good luck.
There was, there was nothing I could do. And Alan did say on the group chat when I says I was completely dominated by Jake, and he went, "Yeah, but we can all see the stats." But I'm just going, you weren't in the game, you didn't see it. But I might put them up on YouTube if you can get your highlights. I might put them up as well. I might put a compilation of highlights up. Who knows? But you know, looking forward, you know, the end of the league isn't half a world away. You know, it's only next week, and it's getting exciting now. It's getting to the business end. We've got some cups. We've got some, transfer window coming up. It's going to be exciting, you know.
Yeah, this is it. This is it, mate. I've messed up past 2 transfer windows, so this is my time to shine.
This is you know, this is your supersonic moment, son. This is your supersonic moment.
Right, yeah. Thank you.
So, as you all may have realised, whoever really cares, we have been dropping Oasis hints all night. Obviously, it is my favourite band.
It started way before we even started recording the pod. This started.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it started way before. So I just want to say thank you to Lehman No. Even if I don't get tickets, thank you for making my life a little bit better. But you know, it is what it is. You know, there's a few people who've been banging on about it in the group chat. Me and James Bond have been banging on about it. But hey, you know, we're free to be whatever. So, you know.
Right, yeah. On that note.
Right. So
I love you guys. I'll see you next week.
Right. Oh well. You know. Don't look back in anger, Chrissy. Just don't look back in anger. Right. Well, thank you everybody so much for listening to Slide Away episode 22 of the FMSL podcast. I've been Cameron. He's been Chrissy. And we'll see you somewhere down the road. Take care.